Hi, everybody. Hello. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Time for me to crack one of these open. This is how I'm living now. You know, it's like the thing about refrigerators is that the more people, the refrigerators don't get bigger when you put more people in the home. It's not like the refrigerator has a way to grow to hold food for 5 people. And so, in a lot of situations, there's just not a lot of room left in that refrigerator for things like energy drinks, sodas, food for daddy, and so on and so forth. So usually my routine involves me putting a can like this one into the freezer for half an hour before we start the program here. But just lately, it's just things have been so fucking all over the place, man. It's been hard to get that in the freezer on a timely basis. So I've turned to ice. I'm now smoking ice full time, and now I don't sleep. I bought that Red Warrior says no Xbox fridge. I bought the Xbox fridge without reading any of the fine print. And thought it was going to work as a refrigerator, but it is not a refrigerator. It's like a condensed, I forget the exact term for it. The exact term for it is a total piece of shit. Electrothermic, yes. The idea is that, like, the instructions for it says works best if the things you put in here are already cold. And you're like, what? Huh? And so I put a couple of sodas because it's meant to hold some drinks, you know. I threw some Diet Pepsis in there and plugged it in for a couple of days to see what would happen. And nothing in there got especially cold. It was colder than it was when I put it in there, but not like not even a drinkable cold. And so I unplugged it and I threw it in the garage, and it's out there somewhere. It's funny because it looks like an Xbox, and it was on such a deep discount. Who cares? Now I have a big weird plastic Xbox that if you ever wanted to, like, break something that looked like an Xbox, if you ever needed a stunt Xbox for a video, if you're one of these guys that's like, I'm gonna make a video where I smash an Xbox because I'm so mad about Indiana Jones on PlayStation, you know, whatever. Then I could just put some. I have enough old PC parts that I could stuff inside the refrigerator and then hit it with a hammer, and people will go, "Oh my god! It looks like that Xbox had circuit boards in it, so I'm sure it's a real Xbox," or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's nice to have a stunt Xbox. Not that it's the same size; it's a little bit bigger, but I mean that plays better on camera anyway. You want a slightly bigger Xbox for your "I'ma smash an Xbox" videos or whatever. I mean, the long story short is, I guess, eventually here, one of these days I'm gonna wake up and go, enough, my life, and I'm gonna buy a mini refrigerator and keep it in the garage, and then this problem will be, this is a problem of my own, like most problems. No, like some problems, I guess I'll say. Money can solve them. But I don't know. It's like, I don't want to run a second refrigerator. I don't know, like the electricity that if I had been able to follow through on the solar power idea here at the house a couple of years ago, or a year and a half or whatever it was, then I would probably not have any qualms about such a thing. Though I also would have spent a bunch of money on solar panels and maybe wouldn't be able to afford I don't know. So yeah, who knows? Yeah, maybe I'll return to that idea someday here, and we'll finally get some solar power going in here. It's Wednesday, and I don't really have too much of an agenda here, other than letting this drink get cold so I can drink it. Yeah, we're a family of 5 with only one fridge. Was that a weird? Oh, yes, we're a family of 5 with only one. Is that weird to only have one fridge? So when we were moving down here, originally it was not going to have any appliances whatsoever. The owners were going to take everything with them, and then at the last minute, they were like, "Do you want a fridge? We'll sell it to you for like $200. It's like $200 or $300, which is, that's a good price for a recent refrigerator. It was a relatively new refrigerator, and it was already installed and had the water lines run and all of this sort of stuff. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, yes, because we were leaving our fridge behind at the place we were leaving, and so we did that. They also just left behind a television. They're like, we left the TV behind. I hope that's okay. And it was not. It was not okay that they left this flat screen TV mounted to a wall in the master bedroom that was like not a terrible television, but like not one that we were going to use. Not one that was going to be in the rotation of televisions that was just, I forget what brand it was. It was ass brand television, whatever. So it's a side-by-side. The fridge is a side-by-side. It's, freezer and fridge. The fridge area it's not perfectly symmetrical. There's a little bit more fridge space than freezer space. But the result is it's not wide enough. You could not take a pizza, for example. You could not take a pizza box and put it in the fridge. Ever. Because it's, it's not wide enough for that. And not that I'm... So the end result there is that, like, anytime pizza is involved, you're eating the entire pizza. That's just life, baby. What are you gonna do? Like, wrap it up in saran wrap, or no? Come on, no. Who has time for that? So eventually we'll probably replace the fridge because it's had a couple of things go wrong already, even though it's like a relatively newish fridge. But yeah, my parents, they had a big freezer in the garage, like a open from the top, and like, hey, we went hunting and here's all this venison or whatever, like that type of freezer, like a hunting freezer, not that that's, I don't know, it was full of fucking ice cream bars and meat, dead bodies, that type of shit. Stuff from Schwann's. Does Schwann's still exist? No one's gonna know. It was like a milk delivery, like a ice cream truck that drove around the neighborhood, except they sold chips and and frozen pizzas and corn dogs and these candy bar shaped ice cream things that were real good. It says they just went out of business. That's a bummer. We would get Schwann's stuff when I was a kid, and I would have a bunch of. They had bagel dogs. I really liked their microwave bagel dogs. That was pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. It was weird. The Schwann's band would come on Thursdays. It was like, not every Thursday. It was like every other Thursday, whatever it was. But so you would have to place an order. It wasn't like, you couldn't just like flag it down like an actual ice cream truck and be like, yo, I need a big fucking can of chips. And they'd be like, okay, here's a big fucking can of potato chips or whatever. But they had pretty good ice cream and some real trashy, some good garbage ass microwave food. If you wanted bagel dogs or some kind of pizza, like French bread pizza type thing, they would hook you the fuck up. And that was a That was kind of cool. Honestly, it was kind of convenient, really just like, hey, we, you would, I'm sure like now that I'm in it, and my wife does all the shopping, but I am a part of that process, and see what it takes to feed a bunch of kids and stuff. I go like, oh, actually, yeah, having someone just on a regular basis bring this shit to the house would be convenient. But I guess you can do Instacart and all that. And Instacart is the fucking worst, man. Well, depending on, I just feel, I don't know, maybe it's the fault of the stores and less Instacart, but it sure seems like every time you place an order with them, which, sometimes there's not enough time in the day, and, we will have to place a delivery grocery order because these kids have to eat. Well, they don't have to, apparently they don't have to eat because they don't fucking eat. These kids, man. Fighting it. Tooth and nail. Making food for them going like, no. Oh, good. But it seems like they're always out of whatever you're trying to get. It just feels like anything you want, they're like, no, they don't have whatever this is. And I don't know if I don't know if the Instacart people work with the grocery stores at all, if they're in cahoots to like always get the worst possible produce imaginable. Like, I don't know, is that like I don't know if that's like a company policy. It's like, always make sure you get the stuff that is about like literally rotting, going to have to be pulled out of the case later today. If you see anything like that, get it. And deliver it. And because every time that stuff shows up at the house, it's always like, oh, this is like, none of this is actually edible. Like, this is all fucked. And it's, I don't know, like the whole system is fucking broken, right? I mean, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you need a little bit of convenience when you're wrangling all of these children, and that's just how it goes sometimes. I think like there was like one time out of 100 that someone picked like amazing produce, and you could tell they really cared about that aspect of it. But yeah, I don't know. Someone in the chat said Charles chips. Yeah, I think the I want to say the chip cans from Schwann's might have just said Charles chips on them. I don't know what Charles chips is. It was like a Schwann's competitor or something like that. Someone in the chat also said layoffs at GameSpot. I had not heard about that. I don't really, I'm not on a ton of social medias anymore. But well, yeah. I guess I'm not. Yeah. No, nothing is shocking in nothing is when it comes to games media and how that stuff's going to go and all of that. I mean, that's fucking terrible. But I don't think especially highly of the company that owns them. I don't think especially highly of the people who were managing that division last time I was aware of it. And so I can't be too shocked by this. I think it's fucking terrible. Yeah. I'll have to see what what down there when I can find out later. But yeah, that's that's not gonna be the last of it. I don't think, when it comes to layoffs in this space. I think that, like basically like I don't really think anything meaningfully has changed in terms of ad revenue or any sort of stuff along those lines. Like I just like online in general. I'm not speaking specifically about their business, and people are trying to. I see someone in the chat trying to like the people I'm talking about are not people you would ever know or faces you would ever see when it comes to management and stuff like that. I'm not talking about anyone you would have probably ever heard of. But like, nothing, we see this across all of media. This isn't just something specific to games. This isn't something just specific to tech. Like, you see this sort of stuff across the board. Like, it is harder and harder for those old business models around advertising to make it because of the way the ad market has changed and the way that the internet has changed and the way that people use, like people going to websites and all of that sort of stuff is just not a thing. Like, there's a little bit of there was almost like a shining light there for a little bit as Twitter continues to go to shit. And as Google becomes like this unreliable slop factory, that like maybe people would bookmark a website again and go and visit it on a regular basis and go, what's new today? Like, that's actually, I mean, I use RSS feeds sometimes as well, but like, when I want to know what's going on in the world of video game news, I go to a browser and I type in videogameschronicle.com, or I type V, and it's usually like the first thing that comes up, and I go and see what's happened, and I go look at the page. And I think that makes that makes me like, that's a minority sort of thing, right? Like that. I don't think that's how people use the internet anymore. I think that people just get links to stuff or they see it in their feeds, or they see it wherever they see it. Videos nowadays, even videos are no longer safe because YouTube videos get chopped up by other people. Twitch clips, like Twitch built in a feature that lets you look at someone else's video, make a clip of it, and automatically post it to TikTok on your account. Not on the channel, not on my account. Like, you could take a clip of this and you could post it to I enabled it because I'm just like, what? All right, sure, whatever. And I guess the idea is like, well, it might go viral and people, and we put a hashtag with your channel name in the TikTok thing. Like, that's not, no one looks at the hashtags on a TikTok and goes, oh, well, I'm going to go see this person. Like, the pathway to lead back to the person that made the content is so ridiculous. Like, you can't even get people to click a link on social media. How are you going to put a thing at the bottom of a TikTok that's not clickable, that's not anything, and expect that to actually like, oh, we're raising awareness about it? Like, yes. Okay, so I was talking about that guy Jinxie the other day, who, as far as I can tell, plays a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and that's about it. Seems like a swell guy. But I've only ever seen him in clips on TikTok that I don't think are his like official channel, because there's a dozen different channels just making clips out of him freaking out about people playing the game poorly. And what does that do for him? Like, in some, like, you look at it and go like, well, there's some knock-on effect, and he's gonna, like, people are like, I'm here talking about him now, so like there's something, right? So ostensibly, there is probably a way to build enough awareness on all these other platforms that it might make something grow somewhere else in an official capacity. But like the average, like no, like not in a general sense. And so, like I said, I think stuff is fundamentally so broken right now in advertising, but also usage patterns and the way people use the internet and what they use in terms of platforms and all of this other stuff too, has also led to a situation where the idea of like, I'm going to make a website and then we're going to use that website to make money with advertising. We'll see what happens. Chrome is deprecating the good ad blockers, which I think is despicable. If we're being totally honest here, I think that's gross. Because I think it's really hard to trust advertising. It's hard to trust ads on the internet. It's hard to trust that ads are not also fucking malware. Like the level of thing that you're just gonna let load freely in the background while you're looking at a web page and all of that. Like, I can't, and I've always felt this way. I just maybe didn't voice it as loudly when I was running a website, but I simply cannot begrudge anyone who uses an ad blocker. I can't, because of the way that, because of the way things are these days. it's really difficult to say, and it was always really difficult to say, hey, whitelist us with your ad blocker, because I don't control the fucking ads. There's nothing stopping, like if someone wanted to get a bad ad through, that stuff is like selling, like for pennies on some market somewhere. Who knows who's buying that stuff and where it goes? So it's just, it's really hard to make that plea to people. It's why I always wanted to sell things that were, or have things where like, hey, if you subscribe to this, there are no ads or fewer ads or whatever the situation is. And sell like a subscription product that is like, hey, you get access to this stuff. And I mean, hey, like, that's why I'm on Patreon. Patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. If you want to back this broadcast and keep it beaming out into the night long and strong, please do. Please help keep this nightmare afloat for all of us. And we'll be together here hanging out, playing video games, drinking drinks out of these weird, I don't know, whatever this is. I like podcast advertising. I like it because it's like radio advertising. And I have a soft spot for fun, like radio type stuff. Last week I got to do an ad where in the copy they said, they had like a disclaimer at the end of the ad, because, some of these things, have like legal, like, hey, you have to be clear about your messaging, and, that cannot guarantee that this is going to be that. And I got to do one of the disclaimer things, and it said in there, play it at double speed if possible. And I was like, hell yeah, fuck yes. Let me speed up. And double speed is like, you can't even understand what's being said. So you go like 1.2, 1.3. And I got to do that for the first time ever. And I was actually like super excited. I was just like, yes, it's like we're fucking making radio over here. It's so sick. And so I really like podcast advertising. I really like podcasting in general, obviously, but like it's a nice chunk of money, to be honest, and whatever, but like I like doing audio ads because I remember waking up. Howard Stern used to be on, obviously, like when Howard Stern was on in New York, it didn't air live all the time on the West Coast. But the station he was on out here was, they would air it live, and then when they hit morning drive time on the West Coast, they would start the show over so that people would get it in a reasonable kind of time frame. And so sometimes I would be awake at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning or whatever, because I was, 18, 19, something like that. And I had nothing going on. And so I would wake up and listen to it, because it's hard to explain now. Sorry, my wife is asking if the boy ate breakfast. I'm saying he ate about half a sandwich, because he's been a real dick when it comes to not eating food. Anyway, there was a mystique around Howard Stern, because like you couldn't see his TV show or whatever because it was on in New York or whatever, but you would hear about, oh, there's this guy on the radio in New York and he's fucking crazy, and he got fined because he had a guy play the piano with his dick. And you're like, why is that against the law? It's radio. But apparently that was obscene. And so you're just like, what the fuck is going on out there? And like, so I wanted to hear, people are like shocked. So yes, Howard Stern had a piano in the studio, and he had someone used their dick to play the piano. And that was deemed offensive, I guess, by the FCC, and they were fined over like the dumbest of things. Like, what? I don't know. Like, there's nothing. It's just like a silly ass. It's just a silly ass thing. And now all these years later, you hear it and go, what? Yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I could be doing that under the table right now and no one would even give a shit. But then it was like, oh my God. Um, and so you wanted to hear what the fuck this show was, and and I would sometimes listen to it and be like, oh, none of this is all right. This is not great. I don't know. Like, do you want to hear celebrities be interviewed, and then like it's a crew of like people asking a bunch of like weirdly horny questions, and usually them not answering them, and it's just like, I don't know. It was like that was the thing, but it was fascinating, and I don't know. I've always been fascinated by radio. There was a show on. It's still on, I think, but it aired out of Berkeley called Puzzling Evidence, and it was a sound collage show, and it's the show that the guy who does the scientist, I guess Dr. Kleiner or whatever, the scientist voice in Half-Life, it's him and another guy have done this radio show for decades now, and it is a Subgenius affiliated show, which is not worth getting into, and it aired before a show called Over the Edge, which was Negative Land's, a Negative Land affiliated radio show. And it was a similar idea of just like, here's a bunch of sound collage fucking nonsense. And that stuff was on super late. And so sometimes I would wake up and listen to it. Yeah, I don't know. Radio, late night radio, the idea that like radio is always live. I think Twitch is in a lot of ways like there's a similar thing to it of just like all of it is live and you never know what's going to happen. And so you better watch because you never know what's going to happen. I've always liked live stuff. And radio, a lot of music radio and everything else is just tracked now, and it's not actually live, and and whatever. But I have always liked this, and that's that's a big part of how I just like this shit. I don't know, I just like this shit. And I like video games, so it's a natural fit to put it all together, and that's just how I've always thought about it, Someone I didn't mention it. Someone in one of the emails in the podcast yesterday said, "You remind me of Tom Lakis," and I'm like, no. I mean, I don't know. All I know of Tom Lakis is the Tom Lakis character on Comedy Bang Bang, so I don't know anything about the actual Tom Lakis. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. There's some video games. There are some video games. I might try to show you this. Like I was talking about the crazy like tiny map stuff in Call of Duty. Like maybe we would check that out. There's also this new Jackbox thing. I don't know if people would want to try that out. Might just like do it and just throw it open and see how that goes or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with stuff. And you know what? Why don't we? Oh, I guess I can't play that. Like so in the middle of this season right now is kind of the game of the year stuff starts to ramp up, and you start getting a lot of games coming in very quickly and frequently for like judging purposes. And so I've been, not to brag, but I feel like I've redeemed like 200 codes for games over the last like 5 days. And so it's a little bit, and some of that stuff is embargoed because it's not out yet, and some of it's not. It's like it's a mess right now. Everything's a mess right now. But yeah, I don't know. Well, you know what? I don't want to. Maybe we'll do some Jackbox a little later. I'm very interested in this Jackbox game because it seems like Family Feud like in a couple of ways, and I think the Family Feud stuff is cool. Indiana Jones embargo for written/spoken impressions is up. Yeah, here's my impression of Indiana Jones. I didn't get to go to the event because the kids were sick. So that's my... those are my Indiana Jones impressions. There we go. Unlimited frames. Bakeru. This is on Steam. I'm told this is Goemon-esque. And that's all I know. Okay. I mean, I don't live in Japan at all, so this is like doubly, twice removed. Oh, geez. Oh. I mean, well, okay, no, that's not great. I was like, that didn't seem so bad. Didn't make a big clunk or anything. Oh, wait. All right, son. In his human form. Festival troops. All right, Dick. Wow. I see. Raccoon boy who can turn into boy. Take this drum with you. What? Okay. Let's see what's up. Little turnaround slides. I'm gonna get so many coins. I did it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Like a left, right. Huh. So 3 lefts looks like it's got a launcher, maybe. I mean, that could be a launcher. We'll have to see how it hits. And 3 rights has more of a leap forward kind of aspect to it. And so if I just go left, right, can I just hit forever? Or I guess you kind of can, but... And so then you can just, instead of, okay. So I can go left, right, left, right, left, right, and then if I just start hitting left out of that, it'll kind of combo into the basic. Okay, we hit with both. Look at that. So we can go like right, right, both. Well, once I get going, it seems like I cannot. Oh no, I'm getting some double hits in there, but it's not the big slam. I see. Huh. It's an interesting combat system. It's weird. Oh, we can charge up a little area of effect. So I can only charge if I hold both, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Check this shit out. Cannot jump off the road here. That's neat. That's neat. That's a neat idea. No? Well, then why did we do that? Why would you put that circle there if that's not where I can stand and kill them all with the shockwave from that attack? Maybe I just missed. Surely I'll be able to murder all 3 of these fools. Oh. Uh-huh. Scoop! Yo, what up, Scoop? Knowledge is power. Did you make that up? That's good. The scent of knowledge. It's funny because he looks like poop. Okay. I see. All right. Yeah. Good. Oh. Okay. That's just... He just leaves the book behind. Getting paid. This is very pleasant. Look at this thing. It's got like this has got a nice look to it. Do I wish I could break this car? Of course I do. I wish the camera was better at looking up so I could see what's up there a little more easily. This is as high as it goes. Well, as low as it goes, I guess I should say. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this game fucking rips. This is cool. Like those windows on the parry and stuff don't seem so tight that it's like a big stressful thing. Okay, so perfect dodge to counter. I guess that probably wasn't it. Probably didn't hit the button. Oh, okay, yeah. There. That looked more like it. Why does this guy keep respawning? I guess I can just practice it because the other guys didn't respawn, but... Warp drum! Sure, why not? Sound effects are pretty good because it's like, hey, it's like a drum, so you get a lot of good drum sound effects in the middle of all of it, and that's neat. There's a mannequin piss statue at the edge of the cliff. I see. Do I get to go pee somewhere later? Let's hope. Can I like climb this or anything? No? Okay. That's where I think of these vending machines. This is neat. I gotta raise my grip meter here. I guess if I had like full camera control, maybe that would be... It would probably make some of these level designs a little less secretive on some of these secrets if you could just look around and see everything, huh? We need a Henge license? Okay. Huh? Huh? It's a good vest. Not enough of us wearing fucking bubble vests these days. Energy. Got it. Okay. Hit me, poop man. Okay, all right. Okay, I thought that was going to be like a larger area that would require me to pick up energy as I was going. But oh, okay. Well, what if I just didn't? I mean, oh, I'm gonna need to cross this. Got it. Okay. Nice. Nice to have the ability to run. Destroy the evil energy emitters. Cannot run in the water. Okay. All right. That thing winked at us, so we're moving forward. Dodge jump. That's pretty good. Speedrun tactics. Yeah, that's faster than the run, right? Yeah. Oh, I let go of my charge. Come on now. Haha. It will also Batman you from enemy to enemy pretty generously on some of this stuff, so... Sweet Potato Girl mascot. Or I guess Sweet Potato Girl mascot, not Sweet Potato Girl mascot. There's a difference. It's two. We're still missing 2 poops. It's a lot of poop to just be out there. Mysterious. That's pretty satisfying. This is neat. Well, now I can walk across water, apparently. It's a lot of poop we're gonna find here. It's cool that it is just straight up a map of Japan and actual regions in Japan. All right, what do you got? Life crackers are expensive. It turns out. We better save up. We better save our money for some life crackers. I feel like I want more coins to drop out of things like this. Like this, you know, it's cool that it makes a different noise, and but I feel like I want it. I just want more stuff falling out of stuff. It is cool that you can hit these things around, but I think they are stuck on the walls the same way. Yeah. Life Cracker, of course, is the spiritual tinged rehab foundation started by Uncle Cracker. Oh, coins and stuff. That guy almost hit me. I guess I didn't need any of that. I like that you can like just hover in the air a little bit and get your shit in. Well, what do we think? We got this one with this goofball and some shells. We got this one, some lanterns. We got this one with Oracle Saitaro. Oh, I see. I see. It turns out it maybe doesn't matter. Yeah. Just run around. You got one stick, I got two, fool. Did I miss where's the entrance to this little inside? Oh, there it is. Oh, hi. The world's first underwater mailbox. Good to know. Well, how do we get in there, though? Oh. That was not nearly the challenge I thought it was going to be. It's like, oh, just you can just hop in. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. We got hit, dang it. Oh. Gotta let him know. This is a very pleasant game. This is cool. I appreciate that this exists. What are you selling hot dogs? Now I'm selling hot dogs. Gave him the business. Oh shit. Browsby. Okay. All right. We're cool. We're cool. I'm into these dogs. Nothing. That's okay. All right. As, you know, for a hot dog stand, I'm just not really seeing a lot of. I mean, maybe these boxes are full of hot dogs. It doesn't really seem like the picture on the outside, but I mean, the sign says hot dogs. So I'm just going to assume you. Don't you know I run these streets? Ooh, did I? Okay, you got a little, look at that. We got a little, a turnaround. Doesn't really seem like it gets you any additional height, but that's cool that we can do it. Can I triple jump too while we're at it? I mean, can I butt stomp? You know, if I, yeah, okay. I guess that's. I guess if I want to butt stomp, I got to charge up. Hey, Hoop Man. Spraying liquid lion poo along train tracks can reduce the risk of deer train collisions. That's just common sense, man. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I hope there's a spot later in this game where you end up with, like, lion poop and you have to, like, make sure a train goes through without incident. Hopefully they make good on all of this information. That is one juicy hot dog. I mean, you know, okay. Hot dog stick. Snow cone. There are multiple foods for the same price that do the same thing. Maybe they're one-time purchases and that's the difference, but I hope not. I hope it's just like, you can just aesthetically decide. All right, well... You better run. Oh. I mean, I guess I can run too, but... Well, that's uncool. I guess I did that wrong, huh? Can I warp out and try it again? I didn't realize that was a, hey, get this guy before he gets away to get his stuff. Oh, well. The white sand of Shirabahama Beach in Wakayama Prefecture is what's used to make glass. Because it's mostly quartz. Who knew? I didn't. Broomed up. I guess that is not an area that I get up to. Okay, so this is just a little spot to go to let that guy get away, and then I should run more. This is a nice sound effect too. Stepping on the warp pads, the little boop, like those are good beeps. This game's got good beeps, good music. Like, what else are you looking for out of video games? Give me the ones with the good beeps. More hot dog sales. Unregulated hot dog sales are not allowed. Out here rolling. This guy came along with these big drumsticks and beat the shit out of us, man. It was weird. It smelled terrible. It is weird that I'm just a dude and have not turned into a tanuki for any reason, and also that's not on my like transformation chart, but maybe that's like a thing they do later. Uh-oh. It's fucking on out here. It's gotta, you know, like, swinging this stuff feels good, and they're smart to just put just enough breakable stuff in the environment so you get a chance to just really wail on for a little bit, and that's nice as well. We're over here now. Aha. Okay. Okay. I'm satisfied. It's good. It's good. This is a good game. This is neat. It's Bakeru, right? Always uncertain when I... But the combat's nice and snappy. I'll say it's, maybe a little breezy early on here, but that's fine. Seeing that you get more transformations as you go, I'm sure gives you options to probably really fuck shit up later on. But this is nice, in a world where you just don't get a lot of kind of action-y, platformer-y stuff like this anymore. There's just not a lot of it going around. We don't live in a world where 20 games like this come out every year on the PlayStation 2 and, Crave imports them and localizes them or something, it's nice to just get some stuff like this. Apparently that's mapped to the Y button. All right. I was like, why is that happening when I push that thing? Triangle, I guess, technically. It's nice. That's nice. This is nice. You should check this out. If you like good feel. This is a demo of it on Switch. That's cool. Let me look at the Steam page here and see if there's what the story is here. $40. 45 if you want the soundtrack as well. Which is a bit of a discount, I guess, over the separate price. Oh, wow. It says here over 50 stages. That's, wow, okay. That's a lot more than I would think. Additional features have been added to the Steam release. New attack, Hurricane. New attack, Spinning Top. New attack, Hurricane and Spinning Top combo. Additional enemy, Lantern Boss. Okay. So, up here at the top of their About the Game. Okay. I think I see what happened here. Well, something in translation, perhaps, but Bakeru travels to 47 Japanese prefectures to free Japan from the grip of evil spirits, is what it says up here. Later on, we get into a couple of bullet points here. Bakeru takes place in fairy tale Japan, a mix of modern Japan and old period dramas, which is divided into more than 50 stages. Okay. Let's scroll down here. Features over 47 stages. I mean, it says that it says over 50 stages, so it also has over 47. So I'm like, all of that is technically correct, assuming, in fact, that the game does have over 50 stages. I don't. Truth in advertising. I don't know. Includes variant stages where you transform into a vehicle and race off or take to the skies for air combat. What? Okay, cool. Fucking why not? Yo, man, I turned into a bike. I don't know. That's pretty neat. I guess this is also technically the Steam description is a single sentence. Bakeru's adventure begins in this Japan-esque wild action game, and they've capitalized the first letters of wild action game, which I can only take to mean that it is in the great lineage of stylish hard action and stylish crazy action, you know, like all of those great genres, that this is somehow related to all of those. Wild action game. That's the official genre. Have I seen web fishing? Yeah, I've played some web fishing. You want to see some web? Some people haven't seen web fishing yet, so you know, just load up web fishing real quick. It's as far as I can tell, this game is fairly slight. I've had some people say that the progression is not super deep in it, which is fine. It's not really meant to be some big old thing, but all right, here I am. This game also has speedrun tech. You bust out your fishing pole here. And fish. Up to 12 players can be on a server. And so you'll see other people that we're offline here, so the fishing is basically hold down the mouse button, and when you hit those blocks with the numbers in them, you got to mash the mouse button that many times to make it through. Did this game get the patch it needed? Heard it had a bad exploit. I don't know. I have not heard about that, but it got a patch. Looks like last patch was on the 16th, so I'm guessing no. Is it like online exploit knocking people offline type nasty stuff? That would not surprise me. How do I feel about Tyler, the creator? I have not. So I've been so busy. I want to actually make some time to sit down and listen to the new Tyler, the Creator album, and in its entirety. It seems like it deserves that. And so I haven't heard much of it. Just little bits and pieces as it's been out and stuff. I'm I don't know. I'm excited to give it a listen. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe tonight while I'm doing weird, I have to migrate hard drives from one computer to another, and maybe I'll put it on while I'm doing that. I was not a big Tyler the Creator fan. In the early days, it wasn't. His thing was not really doing it for me. But the last, I don't know, what, 3 or 4 records? You know, Igor and Flower Boy, and like, they're just like are so fucking good. And he's just, I think he's a really interesting dude. Like you see these interviews now where he's talking about his craft, and he's talking about where he's just like, yeah, you know, like I was doing all this dumb shit and, you know, goofing around and no one was taking me seriously. And I said, well, fuck you. Check this shit out. No more jokes. Now I'm going to make great songs. And then he went and did it. And he went and fucking did it. Oh, the exploit's a rumor? Okay. And I think that that's really fucking fascinating that he just, you know, like, yeah, he had his thing and there was popular, like he was popular and doing all this stuff and fucking around, but then to just be like, no, actually, I'm gonna fucking do this too, or you know, instead, or whatever. But he seems very thoughtful about his process and what he does and why he does it, and I think that that's very fucking respectable. Did I vote? Yeah, yes, I dropped off my ballot yesterday before the podcast and got all that in. And that's all off to wherever they take the ballots these days. But yeah, those last few records he's put out, I think are really, really something. Yeah, like it's. I think there's something like inspirational about what he does, or like the way he talks about what he does. He's like, yeah, no, that's a yes. Like I said, I think he's very thoughtful about his process. Well, that's now we got enough money to go buy some weird upgrades or something. You can always warp back to the spawn point, but I don't know. Kind of seems against the point a little bit, but especially when you can do this. Those big mushrooms will send you. You can buy cosmetics and stuff here. You can buy some fishing upgrades here. There's a drink machine outside that you can spend money on. I wish that some of the descriptive text about some of this stuff was a little bit better. I think the stuff in here is fine. Gain a small amount of cash on every catch sounds okay. I could put all the money into upgrading my camp tier. Catching bonus loot sounds okay. Catches have a higher chance of being smaller fish. Gain a small amount of cash on every catch. Well, you know, getting more cash seems like a good way to do it. At least maybe for now, but I do have to I do have to equip this stuff, right? It's not, or does that just, okay, maybe that's just, maybe those things stack. Like that's the stuff I'm not necessarily clear on, because it's like, can I buy all of these lures and gain all of these bonuses, or do I have to pick one? Gotta cash in. Anyway, you know, I've seen people that are level. I don't know what the level cap is in it, but you gain levels as you fish and all of that, and that's kind of cool. This seems like this is crazy expensive for 5 minutes of like bonus XP. I mean, unless you're just like fishing like a motherfucker and just pulling fish out every second or something. Like this, like those just don't seem like. None of these seem like good purchases. Hey, what if you could sprint fast for 15 seconds? Like, is there ever a time when I like? No, I'm good. Drink to grow a little. Drink to shrink. Revert to normal. Like, okay. I'm guessing that maybe, once you start catching insane fish or something, that maybe that does start to make some sense or something. But right now, $150 just seems like a lot of money. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you, instead of selling fish, could insert fish. Insert fish is a funny prompt. Oops. And then this place sells like the metal detector, and if I had 3 watch fragments, I could, I guess, assemble it into a watch. Let's buy a scratcher. I don't know. When any winning number matches a number, win the cash. I see. Okay. So you get your numbers at the top, and then... Am I going to be a fishillionaire? Yay. All right. Well, now I can buy a metal detector, I guess. Do I need to buy a shovel? I just realized, like, do I need a way to dig this shit up, or... Oh, is this a secret shop? This was literally like when I first launched the game for the first time. I just started walking in this direction and walked over to this building. I was like, oh, well, there's a building over here. The world doesn't seem super huge. Okay, now everything's gone. No more beeps. Alright, well. I'll fuck around with the metal detector some other time, I guess. I assume that's how you find, you know, it says you need 3 watch pieces to buy the watch. I assume that's how you find that stuff is. Oh. Old coin. Worth $5. Well, great. There's also this bucket. The implication from reading the tooltip was like, hey, man, you get this bucket and you set it down and it will kind of auto fish for you or something. And that wasn't... It was not necessarily clear how it was supposed to work. You can check it and it's empty. But I don't know if, like, if I just set it near the water that it will eventually fill with fish. Or what the actual deal is here. Oops. And the bucket will sit there and rattle, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a fish in it. I just don't think I've had the patience to leave the bucket down long enough to do anything. And so it's this with, like, you know, other people are in the server and they're chatting. Like, that's kind of the gist of it. And there's presumably, yeah, now we're talking. Look at this fucking fish. Nothing in the bucket. I guess I'll leave it here and go sell this fish. Or I could always put it in the aquarium. Let's see how much this fish goes for. $75. I need, you know, I want to buy stuff. You know, I'll fill up the aquarium someday. I assume it's like an Animal Crossing style. It will only take one of each type in the aquarium, but I don't actually know. Oh, let's put the giant fish in the aquarium and see what it looks like. I've been on servers that had fish in the aquarium. I don't know if that's like a per play, like... Oh, the aquarium only takes one fish at a time? Oh, man. That's weird. Held object is not a valid fish. Do I need... Can I... Oh, I see. It's fish. Oh, and I can just take it out and sell it. Okay, all right. So basically I could be like, anytime I need $75, it's right there. Okay. So that's this game. I don't know. Like, is there more to it? Is there like secret stash? Yeah, like sure, yeah. One gets the impression that there's like a slightly more going on under the surface, but I don't necessarily think that it's like a gigantic mind fuck crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe this other thing is in here. Like this game seems like it is largely as advertised. And it's more just like, hey, it's a little off, it's a little weird, and that's kind of cool. And you can't really go this way. And now we're back here. I could buy a picnic blanket. A 6-pack? So yeah, so it seems like there's just a lot of cosmetic props and character customization stuff built for chilling. You know? Like if you want to have a multiplayer Animal Crossing-like thing where you can just hang out in a chat room and occasionally fish, and you're just vibing with your posse, then you can do that. Man, what the fuck? Just wasting money with my gambling addiction. Oh, I should check my bucket. We need to do a bucket check. Can I do this? Can I do this? No, I cannot. Maybe if I jumped just right, it would make it. But let's take the mushroom over. So it's just got a charm of like, I don't know, where's the line? You know, you don't really know. Some of this game is janky, and some of that stuff is very charming. Oh, hey, a little picture shows up when there's a fish. It's all good, Mon. Their quips, their fish quips, are not great. They're not Animal Crossing good, but also like they're good in their own way, I guess, is maybe the way to say that. That's a $5 fish right there. Go into settings and turn on the pixelation drop down setting. All right, let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Like it's running in a terminal window now. This is the sickest ANSI art I've ever seen. Yes, and it says maybe the weird subversive thing about it is that it isn't a horror game or a card game. Yeah, I mean, like it just seems like it's just kind of genuinely this. And what's it like with no pixelization? I don't like that. I don't like that. This is like we've cleaned up the PS2 emulator a little too far. Nope, it's raining. And yeah, it's very chill. I think if I had a group of people that was playing it, that would basically, it's like, hey, what if like Discord should buy this and build it into Discord and ruin it is the actual, that would actually be terrible if that happened. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like all of the Discord games are fucking terrible. If this was something you could do and just launch out of Discord with the people you were on Discord with, I think that would be neat. They should just, whatever API, because I know like Call of Duty and some other games do it, where like you can easily, like all the game invite stuff is very directly integrated with Discord. So you can send invites like Mortal Kombat and a Call of Duty, like a couple of games, not a lot of games that I've seen have the little pop-up that say, you can invite your Discord friends right here. Like this game should integrate that API so that you can just very easily just go like launch this and let anyone on this Discord channel join it and all that. That would be, it's room codes. I mean, what I'm like, as I'm saying this, like it's not like difficult to get into a game. You can either look at a server list if you just want to join random servers, but it is straight up a like, here's the room code, type in the code and join type stuff. A lot of servers run. Windows 7. Now we're talking. That's web fishing. It's neat. This is empty. The straw in this doesn't go all the way down, so you're always left with just a little. I feel like I'm trying to fucking puff gas or something. And it's got this big metal straw thing that when you have ice, you can't easily get it back down, especially because all the ice sticks together at the bottom and you're just like chiseling it with this metal. It's not a super well-made thing. This is why I have this one. My wife has all the good cups. She's like, you can use this one. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, oh, I see. Okay, I get it. Yeah. I see. I get it. Here, take this off-brand cup. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll use this thing. Yeah, web fishing, I really like that it exists, and I don't know. Like, I have not played a ton of it. Like, you saw I was like level 4 or 5 or something like that. I've just been like firing it up here and there and, just joining random servers and just walking around. And I have not seen any chat that has made me want to join the chat and talk to people, I guess, is... So I've been mostly just kind of lurking and just kind of doing whatevs. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should see. Maybe we could organize a web fishing night. I don't know. But yeah. Let's check out. I was talking about it on the podcast, and I just want to do it because it's so fucking fucked. I'm gonna show you this Call of Duty face-off map stuff. There's a specific map we need to get into, and it might take a couple of tries here to get into it just right. But the long story is that like they have a separate mode here where they disable all of the UAV kill streak whatever stuff, and it's these tiny ass maps. And they will fill it full of players, and it's fucking ridiculous. In a good way, I mean. Yes, it is the fucked up apartment building map. That is the map I am talking about. I believe its official name is Fucked Up Apartment Building. These games. How many years? It's crazy, you know, like whatever. Why would they fix it? It's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, and you know, it's the way they built it, and it's the way that this all works, and whatever, right? But I guess it's like mad noticeable on PC because it's a full-on quick to desktop relaunch of the game. On console, they can hide that and be like, we need to reload. Like it still says the same thing, but it's not like it closes the game completely and throws you back to the PlayStation front end or whatever. Updated menu and navigation. Yeah. So they updated their menu and navigation. This is what it looks like now. And what this means is this says, I want to play multiplayer. I can just launch the main menu of the game over here, but featured is multiplayer. And I'm like, yes, multiplayer. That's what I want to do. It sends me to the main menu, just like the other one does. What are we doing? You've got in your like message of the day launcher, like, we redesigned the navigation. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, you kind of made it a little worse. You kind of made it a little worse. And again, like, it's not that, you know, whatever. It's not end of the world type shit. But when you look at this and you go like, this is the best selling game of the year every year, you would think they would have the money to streamline the experience. But it's just whatever. They you know, there's so many other things they fucking need to do every year that this stuff just never gets touched. The update requires restart stuff. Like these little bits and pieces, you know, it's just things that just don't really get addressed because they're not crucial, they're not critical, but they all just kind of add up to just like, this is always a funky experience, and you kind of wish it wasn't, but it is. This is the guy I was talking about on the right that's got a pizza cutter attached to his thing because he's the Little Caesars man. And I need to check and see if do I have a... Yeah, there's no finishing move that involves you hitting someone with the pizza cutter, and I think that's an extremely missed opportunity that I cannot MDK people, that I cannot Nick Gage these motherfuckers with my pizza cutter. They should put Nick Gage in... That should be this year's wrestlers. Okay, so this... Yeah, these face-off maps. Let me make sure, just double check here that I'm not... voice chat is separate. Okay, push to talk. That's what we want. And then you just don't ever push. You don't ever talk. Yeah, Nick Gage, Maki Ito. Would that be this year's wrestlers instead of a... Oh, you know, I have not seen Warhead. I have not. There's 4 maps in this mode, and this is the one I have not seen. So of course we won't get it. I would take Nick and Maki over Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley were in last year's game. And we got Pitt. Great. I can do this. I forgot I can. Put Effie and Allie Catch in the game. Pitt, I think Pitt is an okay map. It's just not, I just don't, it's just like it was in the beta, and so I played a lot of it there and want to see the other stuff, especially because we're all kind of only here to look at this. The magazine on my gun got all goopy. This is the skin and the gun that comes with they're selling like a UK, like a help the veterans pack or whatever, and it's the stuff that's in that. So my understanding is that this is like a destroyed Nuketown. Real Nuketown is coming on Friday, but this is the... But this is like... What if Nuketown was fucked up?
Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe. Nice. We're pulling ahead. Hostile HVT located. HVT under fire. Repeat. HVT under fire.
All right, yeah, this is a very small map. This seems smaller than regular Nuketown. And so these maps, because they're still putting... Well, we're down a player, but, you know, they're still putting 12 players on these maps. And so it's just so fucking overfull. And it's, like, it's really fun. And so it leads to people just bringing the worst, dumbest, like, shoot into a crowd weapons. Or, yeah, that guy is hanging back with a rifle, and he can see almost the entire map. You'd like this size map for free-for-all? Yeah, totally. That would be a... Yes, that would be a sane thing to do. For sure. But yeah, this seems like this... Yeah, this is going to be the mode for fucking lunatics that just want to grind levels and camos or whatever else. Though camos... you know, so... You need headshots. So that all of the camo stuff, or at least the bulk of the progression... And I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I'm sure that there are people like, yeah, dog, it's old school, because it is. You only unlock camos off headshots. Last year's game, for the past couple of years, they've done like individual challenges for each gun that are like, in this one, you need to, you know, if you want to do it with this, you need to get 30 hipfire kills. You need to do this, which sometimes those types of challenges lead to people playing in fucked up ways that are not like conducive to good team play. And so I see the downside of that sort of stuff. I'm going to put my scrambler down. That'll show them. This is nonsense. But I'm kind of into the way it's... Like, it's just a fucking mess, dude. That's what I like about it. It's not necessarily the best way, like the sanest way to play this game. But I think it's cool that they found a new way to just have, like, maximum fucking chaos. And also, this is like just such a dumb thing that this seems like a good place to practice your dives there, like I just did.
Stop camping.
Ah, yes.
HVT under fire. Repeat. HVT under fire.
Oh. So I mean, in this mode, this is the most like kill die that Call of Duty has maybe been in a long time, because of just the raw size of these maps. I'll just fucking throw concussions out for everybody. Fuck it, man.
Keep the package safe. Hostile HVT located. They got our HVT.
But also, like, because of this game, the pacing of this game, and the size of the default maps and some of that other stuff, like, this is also, we're a week in, and this, I think I've heard more people complaining about camping in the last 5 days or whatever than I did all of last year's game. Like literally, because like you can snipe in this game because the maps are big enough for that to work. As you know, like it's a stylistic thing. You either like it or you don't. But oh, look at that. He sat down and did the thing. They seem very big on the idea of like the pose from the title screen. I think complaining about camping is a very dumb thing in general, but so there, I've now gotten 40 headshots with this gun, and so I've unlocked the next camo. But like, look at I don't know how I liked completing some of the challenges to get gold camos in the previous couple of games. So having these just be like, get 50 headshots, get 75 headshots, get 100. Then you get 2 that are specific challenges, like I was talking about. Get 2 kills without reloading 10 times. Like that's get a kill without taking damage 30 times. So you have to do these 2 after you get 100 headshots. You unlock these, and then you get gold camo, and then there are challenges for those, kind of going up the list as well. I don't know how I feel about that. Like the headshot stuff is kind of whatever. Like it's fine. And it's kind of a similar situation with the reticles, where it's like, if I use this reticle, if I get 400 kills, then I'll unlock this. If I get 450, you will unlock this. And well, I mean, you see, I've been using this gun quite a bit because I'm already done with almost all of those. Some of the weapon progression, like attachment progression, is on different weapons. So there's a red dot sight. There's a very light the type of scope attachment that I like, which is like this but even less visible. You know, just give me a good unobstructed view.
Eliminate the enemy. Take him out.
But I have to, but to get that, I have to unlock the last assault rifle, which doesn't unlock until you're like level 46 or something. And then I have to level up that gun to a specific level to get that attachment. And so it's going to take forever. Well, maybe forever is a... Yeah, 50. Yeah, it's 55. You're right. So you have to basically hit fucking... That's like max level, isn't it? And so I have to level up that gun a little bit in order to unlock this attachment and blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of things about the progression that they have basically dialed down and have rolled back to the way it used to be. And that's, you know, it's... I don't think that's awful per se, but like, I'm also not one of the guys like, yeah, man, they made it old school. Like, it's... I liked some of the stuff, some of the ways they have altered that progression over the years. So this is... I don't know. I'm not as... I'm not like instantly fully thrilled about it. It's okay. But also they have completely, you know, like Prestige works the way it always worked, and it relocks everything, and you get the ability to permanently unlock one item with a Prestige token, and all of the stuff that's the way they used to do it. And some of that stuff is okay. Some of that stuff, these guys are just not even okay. Oh, you are okay.
Sniper!
I'm on your side.
The dive stuff, like I want to try and get better with it because it's so silly, but like But it's really fucking hard to aim. There, I got one. But I didn't even get like the medallion or whatever for, hey, you did a dive, because it took me so long to get the kill afterwards. And like backwards diving, I just don't know when you would. Maybe if you were diving down a staircase or something, like maybe that would be the tactical benefit of just like get me all out of here, but let me keep shooting in that general direction. But there's just enough of a delay between the time you start a dive and when you can start shooting, at least with forward dives, seemingly. And it just leads to dumb shit like that. Like, I'm sliding sideways and turning. That guy's trying to dive on the ground. We're sort of shooting each other. It's like It's like fucking teenage sex. No, it's clumsy. It's a fucking mess. It doesn't look good. But also I can just jump off stuff.
What's your target ID? This is shit, a full blood. Time to fade. That was fucking abysmal. It's over. RTB.
But I do wonder, yeah, like that's the long term. What are the long term prospects for omni movement in the game? Generally speaking, will people use it? Will it be good? Or will anyone who plays the game seriously just be like, yeah, that's, you know, if you're trying to make a dumb montage, then yeah, do a bunch of it. But otherwise, like, it's tactically a fucking terrible idea, or, you know, or whatever. But oh, do I not have? Yeah. So, for example, here, I want to use something like this. Might be good, but I have to level up the AS Val to level 5 in order to unlock that attachment. The AS Val is the bottom rifle. It's level 55, so I have to get to level 55 and then get this gun to level 5, and then I can take that attachment and put it on the gun that I want to use. But maybe by then they will have added fucking 3 more rifles to the game. Who knows? I just, damn it. Yeah, maybe I should have. Well, I want to see this map. Sorry, I just want to see this map. I'm trying to show you the fucking ridiculous apartment map, because for as silly as these small maps are, that thing is like this times fucking 5.
We're winning. Keep it up. We locked down. We're losing Charlie. Losing B.
Body dropped.
Losing Bravo.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Bravo lost.
Ugh.
They're taking C.
But also, you can just fucking dive off a roof and just, it's stupid. You can dive out of the map. Like there are some, like the high-rise building that you fight in. If you fall off the edge, you fall and die. You can, I have accidentally done side dives off of the edge of the map, and that's real stupid. So I don't know. I really appreciate the ways in which this game is dumb. I think they've done a really good job of just making it fucking, like, kind of goofy. Like, it's just kind of fun. Like, it's just a fun-ass fucking game. And I think the maps are all right. Like, that's been the big complaint I've seen from people is that they really... Oh, there, I just did it. I fucking slid off the edge. The big complaint I see is people saying they hate the maps, but I guess it's a different kind of game than last year's game. And I thought last year's game had fucking bad maps. Oh, I was trying to kill that guy.
We're losing Charlie.
And the campaign is just fucking big, dumb, over-the-top fucking Explosion City set against the backdrop of goddamn Operation Desert Storm, and that's fucking crazy. You're just running around and there are gold paintings of Saddam Hussein hanging around. Like, it's just... It's fucking silly. But it's a good-ass time. I don't know. Like... Do I think the Omni movement stuff will be in other Call of Duty games? I don't think it's guaranteed. It would make sense for them to do that work and then keep it in all of the other games.
Taking Bravo underway.
Don't fuck with the CIA.
Whoa. Wait, why did that... Oh, right. I was like, why did that guy say, don't fuck with the CIA? He's the bad guy. I was like, oh, right. Because he's with the CIA. Great shooting on my part. Just knocking it out of the park. Hi.
Your tactics aren't working. Find another way.
You mean my sideways dive and then shooting at my own guy is not a valid strategy?
They're taking C.
Ah!
Taking Bravo underway.
You mean the part where I'm too busy diving off roofs to capture the capture points? You mean we lost because everyone is just being dumb all the time?
Fugitives remain at large.
Who could have guessed? All right, let's see if we can find our way into the one map I want to show so that we can go do something else. I think, but like stuff like this screen with the animations and stuff, I don't think that stuff's great. It's just, and it's like, it's kind of corny. Like it's not fun and dumb the same way the rest of the game is. Or the rest of the game can be. What do we got? Okay, so we unlocked another assault rifle here. We got recoil springs for this gun. Fuck around with some of that stuff later. I like... Okay, stakeout. There it is. That's the one we want. This is what we came to see. Let's, do I have it? Yes, I do. Okay, we've already... Let me put what few attachments I've unlocked on this gun. We'll try this. We'll try this with the gun for a little bit here. Which war crime did they put in this year? I mean, you're... You know, it's Desert Storm. I haven't finished the campaign, so I can't tell you if there's actually direct, like, yo, check this out type shit in there. But, you know, the whole point of the game is that you've gone rogue. And there's potentially a mole in the CIA, and so you are working outside of the CIA. You know, it's typical spy movie, action movie type shit. The good guys have been infected by bad guys, and we've got to go out there and do some real crazy shit. We're using even weirder technology because we're not backed by the government, so we don't have our stuff. So now I'm just like, I'm just gonna walk around and hip fire this fucking LMG and hope for the best. Nah, that didn't actually go so well. You know, I'm just more comfortable with this gun at this point, but so this is a tiny fucking map, and it's all these corridors and shit, and so there's just so many different situations where you just walk around a corner and there's a bunch of fucking people there and you mow them all down and then you get mowed down. It's there. I got a fury kill. It made a big noise, so you know that I'm not fucking around. I actually like that it makes the, like, when you kill that many people in a row, it actually just goes to let you know you fucking did some crazy shit. This is the best map in the fucking game. It's so stupid, dude. Okay, wait. Oh no, that's my guy. Fuck. I was gonna try to fucking melee kill him or something, but it just didn't work out. Like any good shooter, it's got a bathroom you can hide in. Like, look at how cramped and crowded this is. Like, people are trying to sort of play it almost tactically because it's the mode where you're supposed to defend your glowing guy. Oh. And then you got a guy with a sniper rifle just watching a hallway and cleaning up in the process, probably. You know, I have not done so. You can switch to dedicated melee. You can hold down the button and just switch to knife. I haven't really done a lot of like run around with a knife type shit. Oops, no, I don't need it. Yeah, that's not gonna work out for me. When it does, it'll be cool, but yeah, that's more likely to be something like that. Well, let's see. Ah, well.
You think they were just gonna let you walk all over them?
So, like, yeah, this map is just fucking, like, way more ridiculous than I think Shipment has ever been. it's fucked. Like, it's not a... Like, I think if you're trying to look at it objectively, it's not a good map to put 12 players on. But also, it's fucking sick as fuck. Like, it's so good. It's really fun to do that sort of stuff. The regular maps, like I'm into that stuff as well, but like there's something about this dumb small map. That's not my first Fury. Well, all right, whatever. Anyway, what did we unlock? I think we unlocked a person, right? Was it her? I don't know. I don't remember. I think right now this roster of playable characters is fucking super underwhelming, but I don't know. Some of that is... I'm sure they'll be more than happy to sell some of that shit to you. As the year goes on. Yeah. You know, I should have, for that map, I should have switched to bullet velocity instead of damage range. This is also the first Call of Duty ever where I said to myself, oh, I shouldn't put a laser on my gun because it makes me way more visible. And when I'm, you know, when I'm stopping to try to shoot somebody, people are going to know exactly where I'm hiding, like where I'm shooting from or whatever. Like it's a trail right back to me. The first time I've ever felt that way about a laser sight in any one of these games. Because it just, I don't know, it just hasn't mattered. Like it, and I think that speaks to just like the slightly slower pace in the multiplayer that I'm not going to call it a tactical video game by any means. It is not a fucking milsim. It is not any of that, but like they have notched the dial over just far enough to where you're like, yeah, I'm going to not actually point people to exactly where I am and try to be a little more fucking sane about it. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of cool. I want Gunfighter. Like there's stuff that I want that I haven't unlocked yet, which I'll, you know, for as much as there's frustration associated with some of the pace of some of these unlocks and not always being able to get the things I want as soon as I want them. The idea of being able to put 3 extra fucking attachments on a gun, it's pretty fucking cool. But that said, there's stuff about the perks that I don't really like. You know, there's stuff. I don't know. It's a mix, man. It's a weird. Some of it is, I think, a clear benefit and clearly better. But I guess the thing I would say overall is that the decisions they made about how this is built make sense with the rest of the game they built. With the possible exception of all of the omni movement stuff, which is, you know, for a game that I'm sitting here telling you, like, yeah, it's a little bit slower paced. It's a little, like, ever so slightly, like, stand here and try and take these fools out. Like, for their other big, new, flashy thing to be like, yo, you can fucking dive, dog. Like, you know, it's weird. Like, that one aspect of it is maybe the one part that you go like, okay, every other part of the game you built is around... It feels like it's around slowing it down a little bit. And generally speaking, I'll say that the omni movement and the dives and sideways sliding and all of that is that it gives you more options for rounding a corner and surprising people. You know, like going and, you know, if you have more ways than ever to fucking round a corner, especially if you're pretty sure that someone is there. And so like that is probably the main benefit there is like there's a few more surprising elements that you can use as a person entering a room or rounding a corner or whatever. But like that, I don't know, that doesn't always seem like a clear tactical or like a clear gameplay benefit. Like for every one of those that you get right and you go like, I dove and he was expecting me to be here, but I was really over here. And so it gave me enough time to, you know, like if you get good at that, I guess that's the ultimately, if you get good at that shit, it would probably be pretty fucking powerful because you've got fast horizontal movement, which is sometimes going to take a player, especially on a controller, a little bit of time to, you know, adjust for. It might give you enough time to line up your shot and take it. So that's probably the use case for all that stuff that they had in mind, I'm guessing. But yeah, sometimes that stuff just feels a little out of place. But yeah, they did good work this year. They've done good work this year. This is cool. But whatever, I don't know. I think I've said all there is to be said about Call of Duty at this point. Maybe until I finish the campaign, maybe I'll have something a little bit more to say at that point. But yeah. What time is it? Maybe we can just try one of these. I'll just throw it open. Is anybody who wants to do some Jackbox type stuff? Maybe we'll play one of these. This is Jackbox Survey Scramble, which just came out. And it seems cool. I will admit I am getting a little bit done with the Jackbox Party Pack stuff. Like a lot of the stuff they've done. I think a lot of that is, you know, I've done a lot of that over the years, and I don't know how much more of it I'm into doing, but this feels like different in a cool way. And I like that. All right, I'm gonna join this game first, and then.
Many different game modes are waiting.
But if you want to go to the website and get ready to join, if you want to do such a thing, you can.
Into our database.
There you go. It's SRNR. Figure we'll fill it up and then we'll try a game of high-low.
Pick 40 chooses for you, and Tour plays through everything.
All you really need is Quiplash. Yeah, kinda. I really liked the t-shirt one. I thought that was a good one too. Okay.
Which topic will you be working with? What do you find intriguing?
The t-shirt one was fun because you could get the t-shirts. But also, I feel like I got the one t-shirt I want from it, and I'm good. Like, I don't know that I would ever...
Okay, then.
Okay, so... In one word, what's a piece of sci-fi technology?
The best and worst of the list. To start us off, try and guess one of our top-ranked answers. Type your guess on your controller and hit submit.
Okay, we're using our phone to enter our answer. Or what is the... Sorry, it showed the question there for a sec, but they always want one-word answers. Which is how they get around the idea of like maybe you accidentally broke a thing into two words that is really one word or whatever. Computer. Oh.
Right next door.
How does it do for incorrect spelling? I don't know. We're so transporter was 14, but teleporter's number 1. That's. I guess you'll run into stuff like that, huh? More people typed laser than laser gun.
Now, try and guess another top-ranked answer. One-word guesses only, please. Type your guess and hit submit. If you want to smush two words together like ice cream, fine. But it should be something you think other people will do as well.
He's got a point.
Time's nearly up. I've got all your answers. How did it play
I'm
out?
feeling better about my guess here.
Oh dear. Very average.
Congratulations, you were not the only person to submit that, I guess. Lightsaber. That's... Spaceship. It's gotta be number 2.
Now you're looking
Oh,
for
wow.
one of our lowest ranked answers. Something from the lowest depths of the list.
Oh, wow, it actually... Huh. So when you try to type something in that's not on the list at all, it actually prevents you from submitting it. Fuck, okay. Well, I figured out something that was actually on the list.
Time's almost up. All answers received. Let's see what happened. That's not great.
Boots is pretty funny.
No.
Sex bot. Well, I guess, you know. It's making some weird adjustments. Hoverboard was the only thing I could think of. Because my first guess was like, well, surely someone typed in the word fuck.
That was a short walk.
And so but it said fuck is not on the list. And then shit was also not on the list.
Looking good.
Oh, RoboCop's a good one.
Oh dear.
It's like phone is enough of a joke answer that enough, like too many people said it. Yeah, that's huh. Yeah, I just figured this being Jackbox, someone would have always typed fuck, and but not a ton of people.
Another low-ranking guess.
Oh, my phone went to sleep, and now it said I was reconnected, but it hasn't. When you guess things that aren't on the list, they submit them to the database so that they become answers. So you're welcome, anyone that gets shit or fuck in this one. The least popular answer.
Time's nearly up.
I can't think of. I'm. Oh man.
All answers are in. Let's see how you did.
I don't know if I got a submission in or not. Oh, knife is pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean pretty bad. But apparently not bad enough.
No.
I guess it's ultimately it's good that it will kind of.
I like it.
It will fill in, or it will make assumptions about your answers in some cases. But typing in screwdriver and it registering as sonic screwdriver is kind of a weird.
Oh dear.
Like that's not an immediately. Did I not get one in? Or maybe I'm last. Maybe I did it. Nope. I got nothing. At the very last minute, I tried to type in car, but I think someone already did that one.
You have two choices on your controller.
Oh.
Which do you think is ranked higher on the list? Choose now.
I keep forgetting and letting my phone go to sleep. It's good that they're good about letting you reconnect. But I'll keep a thumb on the screen. I think it's Blaster.
And how did it play out?
I think it's Blaster. I'm wrong, but not by a ton, ultimately.
Finally, let's see the
Yes, this is good. Does it fucking raise? Oh, it needs to do it fucking like it should do it way slower. And they could never do enough voice work to actually have a crowd shouting at Family Feud style. But honestly, this could be a little bit more holograms. Like it needs a little bit more.
Back to the lobby. Play a new game, play the same game. Follow your heart.
Let's try speed.
Not sure what to choose.
Oh, you know what? I'll do the right thing and end the game so that new people can join if they are so desired. It's me. I'm the one who typed in shit. All right.
You've arrived at the Survey Scramble. I've collected thousands of opinions for you. It's like the most fun version of hoarding. Make sure to cycle through the different modes of play. You can always answer surveys while in the lobby. We can never have enough data.
Let's try speed.
Three hand-picked categories. Cast your vote.
Words with double O's. Good obituary words is a funny topic. Yeah, I don't know. Like, as a fan of the Family Feud, I like the idea, and Card Sharks as well, which was also big on survey type stuff.
This is speed. How much of the list can you reveal? The clock will be ticking.
Who was the best Family Feud host? It's fucking Dawson, man. What do we?
Begin.
What are you? Why are you? Oh man. Oh, you have to get them before other people do too.
Break's over. Back you go.
Okay. I'm okay. How about pool? How about that's not a word. Cooking. That's a good one. Google. Sure.
Here we go.
Splooge. That's a good one as well. I'm just falling further down the list. I feel like I'm falling apart here.
The break is ending. Get your head in the game.
Ugh, my head is not in the game. Oops. Did I get any that right? No. Ah. Ah! I maybe got one. Well, I moved up to 4th place, I guess. So we're all slumming it here the later rounds. This gets hard. It's like it's only 30% of the list, but I don't know, man. Words. Holding on to 4th place. How long does this go? All right, times 7. Zoop is not on the list. This list sucks. Yeah, floop.
The break
Sure.
is ending. Get your head in the game.
That's not even a word. The things I'm typing in are not even words. And the stuff has to be in the list already. Someone already typed in Pookie? God damn it. This is stressful. This is very like there's
Presenting every answer you reveal.
Oh, crapshoot. That's a good one. I typed in Goomba. Noods counted. I got nudes. I guess that's the thing, is you don't have to use valid words. You just have to figure out what other people would have guessed. Which is why I typed in Coomers. And I think it took it. Yep, number 60 there. I'm not proud of myself, but I needed the points.
You cleared the entire top 10.
Boob.
Remarkable.
Right. Boob.
And let's see our final scores.
I tried poop. I'll take third place. That was tough. The whole middle of that game, I was falling apart, man. I typed in Zoop.
Oh, hello. You've returned to the lobby.
And didn't get it.
What shall we do next? Feel free to answer some surveys while you're in the lobby.
And yeah, so what he's saying there is at the bottom of the screen, it's like, hey, there's an answer survey button, and you can just sit there and add your answers to their surveys as you're waiting. This one says, what's one word you associate with reality TV? I'm going to type in dumb. In one word, what do you want a lifetime supply of? I'm going to type in porno. What's something you would find in the Old West? Gun. Okay. All right. Floodgate. Yeah. Sure. Oh, so yeah, I typed in Poonies because I'm a bad person. I also typed in Wallite with not two O's because I misspelled Woolite, and there's Woolite, the brand name for, it was like a fabric softener. I don't even think they fucking make it anymore. Outlook is a good one. I typed in poolmate because I'm dumb. That's not a thing. It's like roommate's good. What about poolmate? Ah, galoot is a great one. Plunk is not a word. I'm sorry. I guess the idea here is, and you know, if there are not enough questions, then I guess players could hijack this to their own nefarious ends. But I guess the idea is that all of this gets balanced out because, if you type in some garbage, it's not enough people will type it in to make it rise to the top. So they probably don't even have to like sanity check answers for stuff like this to like automatically remove things that don't have double O's, because they're just like, well, not enough people are going to type in things with single O's, you know, to make that a problem. And if they do, then maybe they would go in and fix it. But I don't know. I wonder what they end up doing. That's pretty neat. I don't know, having like 4 games. One of them was a team-based version of something as well. There's 2 other games in there. I again, as a fan of the Feud classic of the classic Family Feud, and also a Card Sharks fan, which had its share of survey type stuff. I like the idea of like adding, you know, of figuring out what people would say. And some of the other Jackbox games, I guess, have played into that a little bit, but I like the way that they've built in like a survey, like you fill out the surveys yourself. You could use, I don't know, any suggestions I would have for this are just things that would serve to make it slightly more like Family Feud. So it's probably good that they have made it legally distinct from the Feud in a variety of ways there. But yeah. You're a big Louis Anderson Feud guy? Nah, not me, man. Roy Cohen, you know, nothing wrong with him, for sure. Ray Combs, I guess Ray Combs, not Roy Cohen, different guy. He did an okay job. Rest in peace. But yeah, man, Richard Dawson. That's his face is covered. His face is behind. His face has been on this stream the entire time we've been doing it. It's just currently covered by that light, but it's taped up to that wall back there. But yeah. I like Sale of the Cent. I mean, game shows of that era. I was he there the whole time? Yes. I think since day one of this, there was an envelope with a dollar bill stuck to it. This is one of my old roommates made this, and it just he put this picture. He took this picture of Richard Dawson, and then taped an envelope to it, and then on the envelope wrote "Please give," and then we stuffed money in it. And I kept it when we moved, on account of that roommate is now dead. But yeah, then I put that up on the wall when I was decorating the set, doing some set design. I put Dawson up, let him know. But yeah, I don't know. That's cool. What are they called? The Jackbox Survey Scramble. It's neat. It's $10. I think it's on multiple platforms. That was the PC version, but like all this Jackbox stuff, it's on. I'm sure they put it out on everything, but really you're playing it on your phone anyway. That's going to do it for me. I hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday for some 8-bit Nintendo games, and it'll be a new month. It'll be November. That doesn't really mean anything, but it'll be November. I don't know what we'll play. I don't know what will get ranked on Friday. I know we haven't gotten to. There was one game that's been on the list for a couple of weeks now that we didn't get to. Let me look real quick. Right, Bonk's Adventure. So we will attempt to rank Bonk's Adventure along with whatever else people are suggesting on the Patreon. If you want to join the advisory panel, I recommend it. Patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. Thanks to everyone for your support. Head on over there and sign up. Head on over there, make it happen. Get on the Discord. There's people doing things on the Discord all the time, day and night. It's terrifying. While I'm asleep, there's people typing. Horrifying to think about, but that's just how it goes. And yeah, hey, if you're, I don't know, follow this. Hey, if you're watching on Twitch right now, I'm live like 3 days a week and occasionally then some. And, go over to YouTube and hit slash the bell, fuck the bell. You make it happen there as well. And let's keep it going. It's weird times out there for sure, always. So thanks everybody for sticking around, and I'll see you on Friday. We'll rank some games. That's we have I believe we will cross the 400 game mark this Friday. We have 397 games on the list, so it would be weird if we didn't. Come and see what game will be the first number 400 on the list. Will it be Raid 2020? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. You never know.